Welcome to the KZGN News. Today we'll bring you up to date on a fire in the forest, update on the Kern County budget, and the NFL coming to California.
From the Rademacher Hills to Bee Mountain and the mighty Sierras, Ridgecrest to Inyo Kern and China Lake, this is your news for the Indian Wells Valley with the KZGN News crew.
I'm Tom Whitnick, and here's what's news in the Indian Wells Valley. The Kern County Fire Department received a call of a forest fire at Golden Hills, California, just after 1:30 yesterday afternoon. The Kern County Fire Department received multiple calls for a lightning-caused fire at the top of Black Mountain, west of Golden Hills. Incoming crews hiked in with hand tools and chainsaws. Kern County Fire Department Helicopter 407 was the first unit on the scene and supported the operations of the ground crews by making 5 water drops. Crews have contained the fire and will be on the scene mopping up. There were no evacuations or road closures. A total of 23 personnel were used to fight the fire. Because of the storm cell that passed through the Tehachapi area, causing multiple lightning strikes, Helicopter 407 was utilized for reconnaissance of the area and no other fires were located. Equipment used to fight the fire included Engine 13, Patrol 11 and 13, Water Tender 11, Helicopter 407, Crew 81, and Battalion 1. Good job, guys. Quick control of that fire. In Kern County news, the Board of Supervisors are trying to figure out next fiscal year's budget. The next fiscal year starts July 1st. The supervisors are having to deal with a large projected shortfall of revenue due to low oil prices bringing in low tax revenue. One of the considerations they are looking at to possibly save funds is maybe contracting out library services. They had decided a couple weeks ago to run a survey of Kern County residents for their comments and suggestions. The supervisors voted to delay the survey to allow changes to be made to the questions in the survey. The county administration officer laid out the following plan. First would be the distribution and compilation of data received by the community survey. Second, there would be a round of open meetings with all library staff employees. And the final stage would be to secure input for all the changes through the people through a series of community meetings. More to come on this issue and county budget issues. The AP is reporting NFL news out of Carson, California. The ball now belongs to the Raiders and the Chargers and the Rams and the NFL. A second city council has approved a second proposed pro football stadium in the Los Angeles area, putting local issues to rest in the NFL's return to the region and leaving the next move to the teams that would seek to relocate the league and that must give its approval. The latest step was Tuesday's 3-0 vote from Carson City Council, which cleared the path for a 72,000-seat, $1.7 billion stadium that could become the shared home to the San Diego Chargers and the Oakland Raiders. It is intended to lure the NFL back to the Los Angeles area after 2 decades without a team in the nation's second-largest media market. In nearby Inglewood, St. Louis Rams owner Stan Kroenke is part of a group planning to build an 80,000-seat stadium. Under NFL rules, the next opportunity for a team to file to relocate to either stadium would be January 2016. The move would have to clear a tangle of league hurdles, including getting support from at least 24 of the 32 teams. There are only 2 things that are in need here in Southern California, Robo said after the vote. One of them is rain, and the other is football. And today, hopefully, we took care of that, because football is coming to Carson. The vote came with a loud cheer from a crowd dotted with Raiders jerseys and Chargers banners, and it faced virtually no opposition from the room. Mike Haynes, who played for the then L.A. Raiders in their 1984 Super Bowl title year and grew up in the area, spoke in favor of the stadium. He said, "It might not be too long till some other local kid will have an opportunity to play in a Super Bowl right down the street from here," Haynes said. Council members could have opted to put the issue before Carson voters, but chose to approve it outright as state law allows. The nearby Inglewood project already has been approved by that city's council. The sudden rush to Los Angeles is tempered by a 20-year history of disappointment for fans. A string of stadium proposals have come and gone since the Rams and Raiders fled Southern California after the 1994 season. Last month, the Anschutz Entertainment Group spiked plans for a field in downtown Los Angeles. The Inglewood blueprint envisions a $1.86 billion stadium rising on the site of a former horse track as part of a nearly 300-acre development of homes, parks, and office space. The 168-acre Carson site, edged by a freeway, is a former landfill. The Chargers' talks with the San Diego City Hall to replace the nearly 50-year-old Qualcomm Stadium have grown increasingly strained. And the Raiders' even older Oakland Coliseum has had sewage and electrical problems and is now the only stadium in the U.S. used for both an NFL team and Major League Baseball team, the Oakland Athletics. So, we are one step closer to an NFL team coming back to Southern California. It's now in the hands of the NFL and the teams proposing a move to L.A. In employment information, the Kern County Department of Human Services announces the 2015 Job Fest series continues, bringing employment opportunities to every region of Kern County. Kern County's overall unemployment rate is presently at 11%. The Job Fest series is just one way DHS continues to improve the lives of children and families in all Kern County communities. Our Ridgecrest Job Fest is Thursday, that's tomorrow already, April 23rd at the Kerr-McGee Center. The address is in Ridgecrest at 100 East California. Event doors open 9 a.m. and close at 1 p.m. Our Ridgecrest unemployment rate is 7.4%. This year's Ridgecrest Job Fest is at the much larger Kerr-McGee Center to facilitate the more than 40 employers who have confirmed participation. Many different industries will be represented, including medical, trades, engineering, education, and retail. Positions range from every entry level to PhD. Job seekers should come dressed for success with at least 20 resumes or master application copies. Resume assistance and job leads are available weekdays at all DHS locations in Kern County. Visit www.kcdhs.org for information and location information. The Ridgecrest Police Department announces this special event, Coffee with a Cop. Location, Starbucks, 750 North China Lake Boulevard here in Ridgecrest, on April 24th, 2015. In an effort to get more interaction between the police and the people we serve, the Ridgecrest Police Department will be hosting a Coffee with a Cop event this Friday from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. All are invited and welcome to attend. Feel free to ask questions, voice concerns, or just say hello to us. Stop by and have a cup of coffee and get to know the officers who protect and serve you every day. Again, this Coffee with a Cop event is this Friday, 10 a.m. at Starbucks, 750 North China Lake Boulevard. We look forward to seeing and visiting with you. This was from Ron Strand, Chief of Police. Stay tuned. We'll be back with more KZGN News. Welcome back, and now we're going to Jolene out at the animal shelter with Critter Connection. And I would like to add that I went out there today as they filmed this segment, and it was interesting to see a lady come in with one of the dogs that was adopted through this program. It was really nice to see, and she was so happy with this black dog that she named Max. It was great to see Max and her new owner. Now, let's go to Jolene.
Hi everyone, I'm Jolene Head from KZGN-TV. I'm here at Ridgecrest Animal Shelter with Mary, and this is Sarah. So Mary, can you tell me a little bit about Sarah?
Sarah is a Shepherd Collie mix. She's about 5 years old, and she's very sweet, very well behaved. She knows certain commands, good with children, good with other dogs, and she's just waiting for a good home where she can be with the family.
And is she good with children and other dogs and animals?
She's good with dogs, cats, children, loves people, and like I said, she's very well behaved, so she'd make a great companion, indoor companion. And she's been here for several months, and we're hoping to find her a good home.
She likes like a big old cuddle bear.
Big cuddle bear.
She like playing and messing around too?
She plays. She does require grooming because she is a long-coated dog, so we consider her a high-maintenance dog only because she does have a long coat and she does need to be brushed on a regular basis. Other than that, she's very easy to care for. She's very calm. She's not overly hyper, and she settles very quickly. She knows her commands, and you tell her to lay down and she will. And when you're ready to go, she's ready too.
Got that smart border collie in her.
Yep.
So if somebody is interested in getting Sarah, is there a location you can provide them with?
Absolutely.
Telephone number?
Sure. You can come to the Ridgecrest Animal Shelter, 411 County Line Road. You can also see other animals on our Facebook webpage, Ridgecrest Animal Shelter Facebook page, and Ridgecrest Pet Finder page. All of our animals are available for adoption. And this month till the end of April, we do have a special on black and white animals, $10. So Sarah, obviously, since she has black, is only going to be $10.
That is great. All right, thank you, Mary.
Thank you.
And thank you, Sarah. I'm Jolene Sen from KZGN-TV.
Vince Fong, District Director to Congressman Kevin McCarthy, reported on Congress's first 100 days at Ridgecrest at the Ridgecrest Republicans Luncheon last Friday. He outlined congressional budget priorities established for next year. The framework doesn't raise taxes but pays debt, including a $5.5 trillion spending cut. It repeals and replaces Obamacare with a patient-centered solution, allows for defense spending, calls for a fair tax code, and calls for a balanced budget amendment to the Constitution. Fong also summed up the world response to U.S. foreign policy. He talked about on California's water woes. He acknowledged Mother Nature has played into the hand of a drought, but claimed water issues are man-made and worsened by the government. He said Congress is working to move water throughout the state and said the achievements last year with Senator Feinstein were nixed by Senator Boxer. Presently, where environmental groups emphasize smelt needs, Senate Chair Lisa Murkowski, Alaska, is balancing the scale with human needs. We have smelt, and smelt are not native to the Delta, Fong said. He pointed out, water is just not an AG issue. It's also noted farmers have paid for water yearly, but presently their allocation from state or federal allocation projects is zero. Presently, Congress is considering banking water, relaxing rules in a state of emergency and redirecting millions of gallons of flowing water into the ocean for a fish habitat. The Central Valley is a major U.S. food producer, Fong said, and Congress will consider such things as redirecting funds from high-speed rail to building storage banks allowing water to flow throughout the state. Congressman Kevin McCarthy will speak at the Reagan Library May 7th at 5:30 p.m. The public is invited. In Cerro Costa news, the student government of Cerro Costa invites the public to gather under the stars for a free showing of Big Hero 6 in the Louis Miro Sculpture Garden. It's coming up this Friday, April 24th, 2015, at 7:45 p.m. The feature promises all the heart and humor of a Walt Disney Studios animation. Big Hero 6 is an action-packed comedy adventure. It introduces Baymax, a lovable personal companion robot who forms a special bond with robotics prodigy Hiro Hamada. Then suddenly, a devastating turn of events catapults them into a dangerous plot. It all unfolds on the streets of San Francisco. Hiro turns to Baymax and his diverse group of friends, adrenaline junkie Go Tamago, Neatnik Wasabi, chemistry whiz Honey Lemon, and fanboy Fred. Altogether, these friends become an unlikely band of heroes. Disney's Big Hero 6 features comic book-style action and hilarious, unforgettable characters. Join us for a night of fun for the whole family. Alcohol and pets are not permitted except for service animals. Bring your family, friends, blanket, lawn chairs, and enjoy a unique viewing experience of the popular, family-friendly, PG-rated movie Big Hero 6. It will all happen against the beautiful starlit backdrop of the city. Popcorn and soft drinks will be available for purchase. The event is funded by the Student Development Fund at Cerro Costa. It is free and open to the public, and once again, that's this Friday, April 24th at 7:45 p.m. in the Cerro Costa Louis Miro Sculpture Garden. Speaking of school district news, I had a story come in my email about California public schools. The story comments that California schools on a national average rate are just slightly lower than the national average rate in the main categories of math, reading, and science. I would add that the Sierra Sands schools rank higher than the national norms. But it was interesting that when I read the demographics of the students attending public and charter schools in California. Statewide, the numbers are as follows. Numbers of school districts, 951. Number of schools, over 10,000. Number of charter schools, over 1,000. Per pupil expenditures are a little over 9,000 per pupil. And the pupil-teacher ratio is 23.4. And the number of full-time teachers is over 263,000 teachers. In demographics, we have whites at 26%, blacks at a little over 6%, Hispanics at 52%, Asians at 11%, Pacific Islander at 0.5%, American Indian and Alaskan Native almost 0.5% as well. In comparison, the Sierra Sands demographics as of this year are as follows: white 64%, black 6%, Hispanic 25%, Asian 4%, and Pacific Islander 0.3%, and American Indian and Alaskan Native 0.7%. We want to commend the Sierra Sands School District for their effort to be above the national standards average for student performance. Now, in KZGN's continuous effort to provide news and information you've asked for, here are today's local gas prices for your information. As of this morning, Ridgecrest is ranging from $2.99 to $3.29, plus one station sitting at $3.69. Lancaster is ranging from $2.99 to $3.39. The LA Valley area is ranging from $2.99 to $3.29. In the Bishop area, $3.25 to $3.39. We have 3 stations coming in at the $2.99 figure. On Monday, we had 5 stations at $2.99. It now appears some surrounding area prices are starting to creep up again. The cheapest price in the Lancaster area is the same as it is here in Ridgecrest. We will provide these prices 3 times a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Of course, we at KZGN always suggest you fuel up here to support your local economy. Remember, when you pay any sales tax out of town, you are helping those cities pave their streets instead of here. Stay tuned for sports and weather when we come back. Thanks for staying with us. Let's go to Keith for the weather. Is it going to rain out there, Keith?
Yes, Tom, we have some wet weather coming our way. But first, we have a notice from the National Weather Service. The National Weather Service Storm Prediction Center is forecasting a risk of severe thunderstorms Wednesday evening across parts of the Southern Plains and Lower Mississippi Valley. The greatest risk will be across northern Texas, where an enhanced risk is in place. The main threats will be very large hail, damaging winds, and a few tornadoes are possible. For us locally, tonight, we have a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms, and then again a chance of showers after 11 p.m. Will be mostly cloudy with a low around 53, south-southwest wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Thursday, we have a chance of showers, 40%, with thunderstorms also possible after 11 a.m. Mostly cloudy with a high near 78, light and variable wind becoming east-southeast 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday night, a chance of showers and thunderstorms before 11 p.m., mostly cloudy with a low around 55, southwest wind 10 to 15 miles per hour, with wind gusts as high as 20. Friday, we have a 20% chance of showers, partly sunny with a high near 76, breezy with a southwest wind 5 to 10 miles per hour, increasing to 15 to 20 miles per hour, wind gusts can get as high as 30. Friday night, partly cloudy with a low around 51, breezy with a southwest wind 15 to 20 miles per hour, with gusts as high as 35. Saturday, mostly sunny with a high near 77, west wind 5 to 10 miles per hour. And that is your local forecast for April 22nd, 2015. And back to Tom with your local news.
Thanks a lot, Keith. Now let's go to Tom Heck with the sports.
And a very pleasant Wednesday afternoon to everybody. Let's start with a local sports note. On Tuesday, the Burroughs baseball team, they defeat Oak Hills, a team that was favored to win the league by a score of 13-6. Burroughs now 3-0 in league play, off to a great start. They will play on Thursday. They'll play Oak Hills away. All right, let's take a look about softball for Burroughs. They dropped a 12-3 decision yesterday to Apple Valley. Now, the girls overall are 8-8. They're now 1-2 in the league. They'll play home Thursday against Serrano. That'll be both varsity and JV. Saracoso baseball yesterday got to the 5th inning before lightning halted the game. They're going to have to pick up where they left off more than likely on Friday if they don't just put the game in the waste bin. Both teams out of the playoff consideration the last week of the season. The score was 14-1 in the 5th inning. You have to have 5 for a complete game. Now, on Thursday, they'll play a regular scheduled game over at Victor Valley, and then on Friday, the last regular scheduled game here, that game slated for 2:30. All right, the NBA playoffs. Cleveland wins. They beat Boston in Cleveland. They lead that series 2-0, and Houston does the same thing to Dallas. They beat the Mavericks pretty badly, 111-99 in Houston last night, now 2-0 lead. They'll play game number 3 Friday night in Dallas. All right, Major League Baseball. The Dodgers 7-game winning streak has been snapped. San Francisco beats them up north 6-2. Houston beats Seattle. Boy, Houston, number one team in the AL West right now. It's early, yes, but Houston really improved that program. The Angels destroyed Oakland 14-1 in Anaheim last night. They snapped their 3-game losing streak. The Rangers beat Arizona. San Diego over Colorado in San Diego 7-6. Cleveland, Cincinnati, and Kansas City all win. Kansas City now 11-3. And the Mets won again. The Mets have won 9 in a row. That's their longest winning streak in ages. So 9 in a row for the New York Mets. Now, speaking of New York, the Yankees beat the Tigers 5-2. Detroit off to a very good start, though, 11-3. Trying to get Justin Verlander back, though he still has that tender arm, one of the top pitchers in all of baseball. Toronto beat Baltimore 13-6. A couple of bench clearing incidents in that game. All right, tonight the Angels will be at Oakland and the Dodgers up in San Francisco. Mike Budenholzer has been named the Coach of the Year, the Atlanta Hawks coach. He led the Hawks to the top record in all of the East. Last year the Hawks finished 8th. They pushed Indiana into 7 games before losing the first round. This year they have a 1-0 lead on Brooklyn. They'll play Game 2 tonight. Mike Budenholzer was a longtime assistant with the San Antonio Spurs, worked under Greg Popovich, also played college basketball for Greg Popovich at Pomona-Pitzer College. Folks, that's your sports for this Wednesday afternoon. Have a very pleasant day.
So that's the news for today. All of us at KZGN-TV know you have a choice in what you watch for your news. We all thank you for choosing KZGN-TV, Ridgecrest's only locally owned community TV station.